Sorry, I accidentally pressed stop for recording, and that's why it was so abruptly ended. Again, right, we're coming back to this problem. One digital camera, one CD player, 460, and one CD player together, and CD player is $80 cheaper, right? So, like this, right? We have our two same units, and we have the extra 80. So in order to find one unit, right, this is our $460 minus $80, right? This should be dollar. Let me write it again, so messy. Let me write it here. 460 minus 80, right? And we divide it by 2 to get our unit. One unit is $190, $190, right? So 100, the digital camera is 191 unit plus this 80 extra. It's gonna be $270, right? That's your answer. Each digital camera costs $270. Each digital camera cost $270, right? And write your answer, over there. Okay, next problem. Pearl and Judith had the same amount of money. After Pearl bought a laptop that cost $2,055, Judith had 4 times as much as Pearl. How much did Judith have at first? Okay. Again, everything is about drawing the model. So we have our two girls, right? We have Pearl and we have Judith. Pearl and Judith, right? So they had same amount of money. This is the first sentence. They had the same amount of money, right? What happens next? Pearl bought a laptop that cost $2,055, right? So she lost this money. And this is $2,055, right? Like, or if you want, you can write it here. And after that, Judith had 4 times as much as Pearl. 4 times. So this became 1 unit, and now we have our 4 identical units, right? What can we see from here? We can see clearly that our 3 units, these 3 units, is 2,055, right? So if our 3 units is 2,055, then so our 1 unit is 2,055 divided by 3 is equal to $685. Okay, and we need to find how much did they have at first, right? So 4 units. 4 units is 4 times $685, $2,740. All right, that's your answer. 2,740, and your answer is a sentence. Judith had $2,740 at first. Okay. Next problem. There are 10 soccer teams in the league. Each team plays 1 match against each of the other teams. How many matches will be played in the league altogether? Okay, those who are actually familiar with the sport, they know that when you do this kind of competition, you need to draw a table, right? Who's playing with who? All right. And yeah, there are 10 soccer teams in the league. Each team plays 1 match against each other's team. Okay, let's think about it. So usually what people do, right, is that they draw, when they do competition, they draw a table. Okay, so there are too many teams, right? 10, right? Just to explain the concept, and basically it's gonna help us to solve, right? You draw a table of what is it? That's gonna be so ugly. So let me try it again. Of teams, right? Who's gonna play with who? This is what we want to figure out, right? So you draw your team, you write your teams here. So there's gonna be team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, and team 5. Okay, and then same thing you do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So it's gonna be team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, and team 5. Okay? So team 1, definitely they're not gonna play with themselves, right? So that's gonna be X. Well, instead of X, we're just gonna keep it empty. Team 1 with team 2 team 1 plays one time with team 2, plays one time with team 3, plays one time with team 4, plays one time with team 5. Okay, that's the concept. Team 2, they already played here with team 1. We're not gonna write this. They cannot play with themselves, right? So they play with team 3, team 4, and team 5. Team 3 already played with team 1, so we're not gonna write it here, right? They already played with team 2, so we're not gonna write here. They cannot play with themselves, so they're gonna play with team 4 and team 5. Same principle, right? They already played. They already played. They can't play with themselves. They just play with team 5. Okay, and team 5 is completely empty because they already also played with everyone. They play with team 1, they play with team 2, they play with team 3, they play with team 4, and they can't play with themselves, right? That is it. This is how your table would look like, and you can see what kind of progression it is. It's 1 game plus 2 games plus 3 games plus 4 games. So if you have 5 teams, right? That's gonna be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, right? And then you calculate, and it's gonna be what total number of matches? Gonna be 10, right? But if you have 10 teams, right? It's gonna be, so you can see the same thing, right? It's just gonna be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, right? And then you just have to calculate this thing. If you do the math right, that's gonna be 45. That's your answer. 45 matches will be played in the league altogether. Okay? I don't have a place to write it, but you write it. 45 matches will be played in the league altogether. Okay, next problem. 45 participants were supposed to make paper flowers for fundraising. 3 participants did not turn up, and the rest of them had to make 5 more paper flowers each. Turn up means show up. They didn't come, right? How many paper flowers were needed for fundraising? Okay, let's think about it. Right, for each, like again, sentence by sentence, try to understand what's going on. 45 participants had to come, like 45 people had to come, but 3 participants did not turn up, didn't show up, didn't come, right? Minus 3, it means only 42 people participated, right? Or like, I'm gonna write people participate. 42 actual participants, right? 42 participants, right? So each one of them had to make here. So it had to make 5 more paper flowers each. So how much extra did these 42 people make? 42 people make, each one of them had to make 5 more extras, right? So total extra flowers is 210, right? Not like extra, but I mean they had to make them instead of those people, right? So if actually these three people would come, if actually these three people would come, right, they would make this 210. So how much each one of them should have made, right? This, like, in an ideal situation, in like if everything would be according to the plan, right, and these three people came, right, these 210 flowers, they would be made by them. So we divide it by 3, and it's going to be 70 flowers, right? One of these, each 3 people should have made these 70 flowers, right? Okay, so original plan was to invite 40 people with this plan, 70 flowers per person. 45 people, original plan, times every person should make 70 flowers, should be 3,150 flowers. That's your answer, 3,150. And as a sentence, 3,150 flowers were paper flowers, right? Paper flowers were needed to for fundraising. All right, next problem. Hakim was paid $2 for every calendar he sold. He was paid an additional $5 for every 8 calendars sold. He earned a total of 810. How many calendars did Hakim sell? All right, that's interesting. We just have to think about it, right? Again, Hakim was paid $2 for every calendar he sold. From every calendar that he sold, he got $2, right? Every calendar brought him $2. Now, when he sold 8 calendars, he got a bonus of additional $5. How did it look like? So Hakim is selling 8 calendars, right? Each calendar gives him $2, right? So $2 for 8 calendars. This is what he earns, and then he gets this additional $5, right? This is how it looks like. So he gets $21 for every 8 calendars sold. We can write it down. For every 8 calendars sold, he was paid $21, right? Okay. Now we just need, this was one set. It was set of 8 calendars. Now we know that he got total of 810, right? Total money. And how many sales do we get? Right? We have total of, so let's write it down also. Number of sets of 8 calendars he sold. How many sets? Well, he got total of $810, and we divided by that's ugly division. We divided by $21, right? And we got approximately 38 sets. That's gonna be in 38 and something, right? So in order to understand what is something, is $810 minus our remainder, right? $21, 38 sets, right? And if you do your calculation right, that's gonna be $12, right? So he didn't make it a set, but he actually sold how many? 12 divided by $2, 6 calendars separately, right? He couldn't make it to 8 and get another extra. So that is it, right? Now, how many calendars? He had 38 full sets of 8 and 6 extra calendars, right? So 38 times 8 plus 6. How many calendars? 310 calendars. That's your answer. And answer as a sentence: Hakim sold 310 calendars. All right. Problem 27. Sarah had 189 more stamps than her sister. After their mother gave her 75 stamps and her sister 46 stamps, Sarah had twice as many stamps as her sister. How many stamps did Sarah have at first? This is our before-after problem, right? So before there was something, and after something changed. So you draw a before, right? You have two girls. You have Sarah, and you have her sister. At first, Sarah had 189 more, right? So we have some kind of unit bar, and we have an extra, and sister has the same unit bar, and our extra is 189 stamps. 189, right? And then something changed. So our after. What happened after? Right? After their mother gave her 75 stamps and her sister 46 stamps, Sarah had twice as many stamps as her sister. Okay, now that's interesting, right? So what do? We kind of have our same amount that Sarah has, right? And we need to draw our extra that she got. Sarah got, oh, we need to write her name, right? After Sarah, this is Sarah, right? So Sarah got extra of 75, right? Well, I'm not gonna even draw it like this. I'm gonna draw it like this. She got this 75. And then we know that it's gonna be 2 units. This 1 unit and this 2 units, right? And this is this dashed line. This dashed line over here shows you that this is 75. Oops. Why my eraser is so big? Okay, anyways. Here, like this. Alright, now sister. What's going on with the sister? Sister had this unit. So I'm gonna draw it again. This is a dashed line. Right? Okay. And then she got this 46 stamps to make it to 1 unit. Now we still have to remember that this amount was here is 189. Okay. Seems confusing, but if you follow step by step, it is not. You can clearly see now that your 1 unit, if you look at the picture, right, your 1 unit, I'm talking about this unit over here. Your 1 unit is made of 189 plus 75 and minus this piece, which is 46. Okay? Again, I'm talking about how do I make this unit. I make this unit by this number plus this number and minus this number, okay, which is 46. Okay, so this is what we write. 1 unit is 189 plus 75 minus 46. Okay, and that's gonna be 218. Right, so yeah, if 1 unit is 218, what is 2 units? 218 times 2, and we want to know, they ask us how much Sarah have at first, right? So this is our 2 units of Sarah minus this 75, right? Minus 75 equal to 361. That's your answer. Sarah had Sarah had 361 stamps at first. Alright, everything is about the model, and again, that's not gonna look pretty here, but try to make a pretty model and everything will become clear. Okay, problem 28. Muna and Rita had a total 360 seashells at first. Alright. Muna gave 4/7 of her seashells to Rita. In return, Rita gave 2/5 of her total number of seashells to Muna. Then they had an equal number of seashells each. How many seashells did each of them have at first? Alright. We now, so as we did before the problem, it was before and after concept. In this case, it is reversed, right? We know what's going to happen in the end, and we need to kind of go back and understand what's happening. So, and these are our fractions, right? So, in the end, what do they tell us? They had an equal number of seashells each. Then, right? This is our in the end, equal number of shells, and we have our two girls. We have Muna and we have Rita, right? So whatever you do, you draw two equal unit bars, right? Now let's think about it. What happened? In return, Rita gave 2/5 of her total number of seashells to Muna, right? So 2/5, right? 2/5. It means she got 2 units, right? She got 2 units. This unit and this unit. Okay? And these 2 units, they came from who? They came from Rita. They came from Rita before, right? Before they were here. That's not a pretty dashed line, but you can get the point. Dashed line before they were here. And this is same 3 units. This is our 2/5, right? You can see that this is 2/5, this is 3/5, and this 2/5 she gave to Muna. All right, and yeah, we can keep this arrow here so you understand, and write it down. 2/5 to Muna, so we understand what's going on, right? And nothing changed. Total amount of seashells is 360. Okay. All right. So at first, they tell us. What do they tell us? Muna gave 4/7 of her seashells to Rita. At first, that was the previous operation, right? Okay. So, in order for Rita to have this amount, right? So, again, we write our two names, Muna, Rita, and you completely draw. So, if you think about it like this, right? This is the unit bar that you should draw. Same length, right? Same as these 5 units. You draw the same unit bar, same length, right? But we're gonna break it down in different units. Okay, right? So 4/7 to Rita. How did that happen, right? So 4/7. It means that Muna, she had like a certain amount, right? And she had 7 units, right? So this, actually I have to draw it as a dashed line, right? So 3 units and then 4, right? These 4 units, oh boy, these 4 units, right, went to Rita. They went to Rita. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can, so these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can shade them yourself. 4 over 7 to Rita. To Rita. Okay? Now I remind you that only these 3 units, only these 3 units are kind of real, right? And the other ones are dashed. Okay? Alright. And we can see that there are 5 units here, right? And we have these 4. How do we bring them how do we bring all the picture together, right? We just, instead of these small units, right, we draw 15, right? So it's gonna be 5, then 1, 2, they should be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they're not the same, but still. So that's gonna be, well, that's ugly, but you can do better, right? 15 small units, all right? And again, the total was the same, 360. Now, what can you see from here? You can see that your 18 units is 360, okay? Okay, and we have our 7 units over here, right? So Muna had 7 units. 7 units. So how much is 1 unit? 360 divided by 18, right? And how much is 7 units? Times 7, right? If you calculate everything, that's gonna be 140. 140. Muna had 140 seashells at first. Okay, now how many Rita had? Well, that's very simple, right? 360 total minus 140 that Muna had, and what is the difference? 220, right? That's your answer. 200. There are actually 2 names there. Yeah, so 140 for Muna, 220 for, I cannot write here, but you have to. Rita had 220 seashells at first. Okay, problem 29. Colin and Rustin received same amount of pocket money. Each day Colin spent $12, Rustin spent $15. When Rustin had $18 left, Colin had 5 times as much left as Rustin. How much pocket money did each boy receive? Okay, again, let's draw our model. Alright, so we have, where's my pen? We have 2 boys. We have Colin and we have Rustin, right? First sentence, receive the same amount of pocket money. So you draw your absolutely similar unit bars, 1 and 2. Okay. So Colin spent $12. We don't know how many days. Rustin spent each day 15, but we don't know again how much. What we know is when Rustin had $18 left, Colin had 5 times as much left as Rustin. Alright, that makes things very, very simple. When Rustin had $18 left, when he had this $18 left, right? Colin had 5 times as much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left, 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 left. Okay? 5 pieces. Alright? And then we can see that this money is spent and this money is spent. Alright? What is the difference in the amount left? Difference in amount left. Alright, this is the difference. This is the difference. Right? Okay, this is the same unit. This is the difference in the amount of left, right? So 4 units. 1 unit is $18. We have 4 units, so $72 is the difference in amount left, right? Let's come back to our sentence number 2. Each day Colin spent $12, Rosalind spent $15. What we can calculate difference in the amount in spendings, difference in spendings each day, spendings each day. Okay, difference in spendings each day, 15 minus 12, right? That's gonna be dollars minus $12. It's gonna be $3, right? We have the difference in the amount left. We have the difference in the amount in the spendings, right? We can calculate the number of days. And that's gonna be what? 72 divided by 3, right? So Colin has $72 more left, and that happened because, like this is 72, right? That happened because he didn't spend. He actually saved this $3 every day. He saved $3 every day. This is the difference in their spendings, right? He didn't spend like Rosdin 15. He spent 12. He saved $13. He saved $3 every day, and this is how he saved 72, right? Difference in amount of money left. All right, I hope that's clear. So that's gonna be 24, right? 24 days. 24 days. Now we can, we can take whatever actually. 24 days times, let's take Rosdin $15, right? $15 plus Rosdin has this $18 left. $18 left, right? Understand, right? 24 days, Rosdin spent $15 each day, and he has left $18, right? So the answer is 378, right? And this is your answer. The amount of money is same, so each boy had $378 for pocket money. All right. Okay, problem 30. Suresh paid $834 for some model cars and model planes. That's a lot of money. Each model car costs $50, and each model plane costs $14 less than each model car. Well, that's very simple. Suresh bought 3 more planes than cars. Okay, how many model planes did he buy? Right, model drawing. Okay, our model drawing. We have our what? We have our model planes, and we have our model cars. Okay. So over here they tell us Suresh bought 3 more planes than cars. 3 more planes than cars. So we don't know how much money he spent on them, but we know that he spent more. Like, so this is gonna be a bigger unit, and this is gonna be a smaller unit, right? And well, it's easy to calculate for us. So this is gonna be $834, right? Now this sentence is very simple. Each model car costs $52, right? So car is $52. And model plane is 14 less. Okay, so plane is, you can write cost of one plane. Cost of one plane is equal to $52 minus $14 is equal to $38. Okay, that's the cost of one plane. So that's the difference. That's our difference. They tell us 3 more planes than cars. So 3 planes, each plane is $38 times 38. Right? Well, actually I need to draw times 38. Okay, all right. That's our difference. Now, how much we start to think? How do we calculate? How do we calculate this thing, and this thing, right? Well, definitely we can see that those are like one car and one plane, right? So we need to calculate cost of one car and one plane. Well, luckily we know both of them, right? We know one car is 52, one plane is 38. So 52 plus 38 is 90, right? 90. Now, we need to divide this amount, right? And this amount is the total number minus these three planes, right? And this is what we write. Okay, so this total amount of money that he spent, $834, minus planes, three planes, $38 each, three of them. Okay, this is the amount of money spent only on this. 834 total, minus these three planes, $38 each. Okay, so, and we divide it by 90. One car and one plane, and we can see that it's gonna be 8 cars, right? If you do your calculation right. So 8 cars plus 3, 8 planes, 8 cars or 8 planes, it doesn't matter, it's the same amount, right? So 8 plus 3 is 3, this extra 11. So that's your answer. He bought 11 model planes. All right. Okay, 31. Jian Long had 3 times as many origami animals as Noah. Okay. After Jian Long gave away 381 of them, and Noel gave away 63, Noel had 3 times as many origami animals as Jian Long. How many origami animals did Noel have at first? Okay, that's interesting. We draw our model, right? We have two boys. We have Jian Long, and we have, what's his name? Noel, right? So at first 3 times as many animals as Noel. Okay, we're gonna come back to this. After Jian Long gave away, also come back to this. And Noel gave away 63. Noel had 3 times as many origami as Jian Long. All right. Let's think about it. In the end, right? In the end, we have a unit after all movement of the origami animals. We know that Jian Long had a unit and Noel had 3 times more. So 3 units, right? That happens, right? This is what they tell us. Noel had 3 times as many origami animals as Jian Long. That's the end of it, right? What happened before? Noel gave away 63, so we return this 63 to him, right? 63, okay? And after Jian Long gave away 381, so there is some kind of amount of 381, okay? How do we do that now? So before, Jian Long had 3 times as many origami animals as Noel. Before, he had 3 times as many. Well, now we need to draw these 3 times, right? We have these 3 units and 63. So this is what we do, right? We draw these 3 small units and we draw our 63. We draw these 3 units and we draw our 63. We draw these 3 units and we draw our 63. Alright, I hope that's clear and you could follow this thing. 63. This is what happens, okay? Now, you can clearly see that's like from here to here is 381, right? So 381 minus 63 times 3 times 3, this 60, this 60, whoa, this 63 3 times, right? 63 times 3, we're gonna get our units. 192. How many units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units. 8 units. 8 units is 192, right? So 1 unit is 192 divided by 8 is 24. Yeah? Now they're asking us how many origami animals did Noel have at first. Noel had at first this amount. How many? 3 units plus 63, right? So it is 6 times 24 plus 63, 135. That's your answer. Noel had 135 origami animals. That's insane. 135 origami animals at first. This guy has no life. All right, next one. Wow, I can't believe I got to the end of it. Problem 32. There are a total of 1,430 red, blue, green, and yellow marbles in the box. John discovers that if he does all of the following, blah, 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 he would get the same number of marbles for each color. How many green marbles are there in the box at first? Okay, that is interesting. He needs to do what? Double the number of red marbles, adds 40 blue marbles, removes 30 green marbles, and removes half the yellow marbles. Okay, that could seem confusing, but it is not. Just be careful with every step that is happening, right? You have, what is it, a big box. Big box, and there are tons of marbles, right? Different colors. Red, blue, green, and yellow. Right? We know the total. The total is 1,430 marbles, right? Now we just need to draw the proper model, right? Okay. Doubles the number of red marbles. So there is a unit, right? There is a unit. And he would get the same number of marbles for each color, right? So there is a unit of red marbles. If we double them, if we double it, right? Like all of them should be the same amount.